Do you ever feel like a plastic bag drifting through the wind, wanting to start again?
There's no such thing as a normal day in the life of an RA. I mean, most of the time, it's a lot like being another student. So, you'll get up, you make your espresso, you go to class, just the typical things, and you come back and you talk a lot with people on your floor and you on programs, but I'd say that, 70 to 80% of the time, you're not doing too many.
And then coming back to my room to do some homework, and usually just waking up in the morning, going to classes, and then coming back to my room to do some homework, and usually
1 to 2 classes, somewhere between 1 and 5 meetings, checking emails, making time for myself, making time for homework, preparing for whatever program I have coming up.
So a normal day for me as an RA, wake up in the morning, make some coffee, so I'm going to need it, and check my email, and then I'll head to class. Probably try to do some homework in between classes because it's a long day.
For me, there is really no normal day. I do so many different things all the time. I work on campus, I'm an RA, I have my ASL club that I co-lead, the list goes on and on.
After I get up in the morning, I prepare for class, and then I do some RA things, like I check my email, I reply back, I read duty logs, I go to class, and I do the student aspect, but RA will always be entwined with student. You can't just ignore it. You may go check your mail, and you have to check your box to see if you have any flyers. So everything you do is a little bit like, always includes the RA position.
A day in the life as an RA starts out just like everyone else's. I mean, you wake up in the morning, you may feel like you may not, but you get to interact with residents all the time. You walk down the hallway to the elevator, people have their doors open, you go and talk to them and talk about their classes and how they're doing, and if they need any help from you. And you also, the other aspect is, you do programs for the floor. It's fun to come up with programs new and exciting that will get people informed about problems happening in the United States and the world, as well as, maybe a fun community builder, learning how to, have people act.
By far the most interesting part of being an RA is just hanging out with residents on my floor. Every time I come back from class, it always takes me 5 minutes to get from the elevator all the way down to my room.
Come and interact with you. I enjoy learning from other backgrounds, from other, diversities, to other cultures.
Getting to know the residents. I've had the pleasure of meeting 73 students who I might not have otherwise known.
The most challenging part of the position is the clerical work. I'm not a very organized person, so I have a hard time getting flyers up on time. I have a hard time responding back to emails in a quick fashion. Think tank, which is like where you put your programs. A lot of that is difficult for me to do.
The most challenging part of being an RA by far, I think, is balancing competing priorities. So, one day you'll be sitting in a staff meeting and you really want to do a program where you go out and play Frisbee and everybody else wants to do something else. And really figuring out what you want to do, what other people want to do, and finding a way of aligning those goals or talking it out and really figuring out how that's going to work is really the central challenge, especially.
The most challenging part about being an RA for me is just managing all of my time. I want to make sure I have time for my friends, time for school, and then also time to get all my RA requirements in and take care of all my programs. But once you get going, you end up doing a lot more programs than you ever expected, and the job is just tons of fun.
This position offers a lot of opportunity for professional growth. You get to work on things such as team building, public speaking, working with supervisors, time management, which is a huge one. For
I think the benefits of being an RA is that it's helping me develop my organization and communication skills, because there are a lot of things that I have to do as an RA, but
as a nursing major, being an RA has been an incredible opportunity, because I've gotten a real feel of what it's going to be like when I'm in the hospital doing rounds. I have a duty phone, I'm on call, so while I can go to sleep, I still have to wake up as soon as that phone rings or someone knocks on my door at a moment's notice and be ready to respond.
The main benefit for the future that I see is the fact that you get a lot of leadership and personal development training for the RA role. You're allowed to be a leader on the floor. You're allowed to be that person who people come to and be able to mediate conflict and things that are needed for future endeavors, like working in businesses. And employers like to see that you've had some type of leadership management role, whether it be in your college career before, because it allows you to have that development and whatnot. And the RA role really prepares you for the future, prepares you for that development that you will have, and the hall dressers are here for you to help you with that personal development. And that's the nice thing for the future, is that I feel